Hi guys, how's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good day, a good night, whatever you're doing. I hope you're staying safe. Now, as you can see the title, what this is my thoughts of what happened in E3. That's including both Xbox E3 and PlayStation E3. First of all, I do have to admit I am an Xbox One user, so I do not own a PS4. But I do enjoy certain games on PlayStation, so that's why I've given a have a look on E3 for PlayStation as well. So moving on, let's start with the Xbox E3 that you may have seen and not seen, of course. Um, First of all, the number one game, well, not number one game. There's a few games out there that was announced. It looks quite interesting. I must have, must admit. Um, First of all, which would be Battlefield 1, which looks incredible. As we all know, it is based the fact on World War One. In my case, I would say it's the first game that I'm going to be playing that's based in World War One. Because you see, I play like World of War, Call of Duty, which is based on World War Two. So you can get the drift at the fact of playing the World War One game is going to be more interesting. Well, a lot of interesting, especially of the big. I can't even remember what it's called, but you know what I mean. The big, massive balloon. Let's just call it a balloon. I know it's not a balloon. I'm gonna hate myself because people have told me it's a simple word as well. But anyway, it looks extremely good, especially the fact that when you blow the balloon up, it like affects the floor as well, which looks looks really good. So that's Battlefield 1. Second of all, of course, which I was in the back of my mind, I thought it would be coming out. Forza Horizon 3. I nearly said 2. Forza Horizon 3. I've played Forza Horizon 1, Forza Horizon 2. Both games are absolutely great. No doubt about it. Nothing wrong with it in my case. Really great graphics, really great cars, really great realistic feeling in the game, and the weather change, also the music as well. Just one big box full of enjoyment in one racing game. Of course, not a lot of people might like racing games, but to myself, I like the idea of the festival. I like the idea of absolutely great cars, and of course the graphics. Not just the graphics, the sound, just the whole system of Forza Horizon at least. Because I'm more of a Forza Horizon fan than Motorsport. Don't get us wrong, I do have the Forza Motorsport 5, and I did play Forza Motorsport 3. Don't think I played the fourth one though. Or have I? No, I didn't play the 4. I did start with number 3. However, ever since I played Forza Horizon or seen it advertised, I thought that's my kind of game. So, of course, as we've seen Forza Horizon 3, I vaguely remember where it was. I think it was either New Zealand or Australia, and the way the your friends would come into the game looks really amazing. Um, but let's just say it's just basically the same as Forza Horizon 2, just a new location, and of course new tweaks as well. And I believe they did say, pardon me, sorry, I'm a bit blocked up a bit. Anyways, Forza Horizon 3, as we can admit, I believe it had said that on the lobby you can have 4 friends instead of 2 friends, which is quite good. However, um, that's basically the second game within Xbox One E3. Another video game which I didn't see advertised. on the E3, so I mustn't have seen the full depth. The only ones I've seen was on the Xbox itself. I don't know if it was announced, or it might have been announced, or I might have missed this or something. Titanfall 2. As we all know, Titanfall 1, and I must admit, I was absolutely hyped over it because it looked great. The machinery, the whole fact that you're using a Titan, the fact that you got a war run on when you basically land on your feet and you don't die. However, the way how the way that, because I have actually seen the trailer of Titanfall 2, just not using E3. Um, the the way I've seen it looks really good. The I believe the grapple hooks itself, and then finally we're getting a story, an actual story. Considering I don't know if World War no World Titanfall 2, sorry. I don't know if Titanfall 2 is going to be online throughout, which hopefully not, because there seems to be quite a lot of games that seem to be online throughout, which is not a good thing at all, in my point of view. Don't get us wrong, being online is great, but not when that might be down or might not be able to pay it or something. Not really good. But Titanfall 2 is another game that I'm going to be looking forward to. And another game which I've not yet seen a gameplay video, which I'm really desperate to see, is Watch Dogs 2. As you might have seen advertising the San Francisco. It looks really great, especially the graphics, the realism in it. But we haven't seen the gameplay, so we don't know what the actual game's gonna look like. Because obviously a video of the game might have a total difference between what it has. Um, so that would be another. I don't think that was actually announced on E3, but I thought I'd chuck it in there as we talk about games anyway. So that's Watch Dogs 2. What else was there? Oh yeah, Dead Rising 4. Of course, Dead Rising 4 looks really good. Um, I'm just curious of how they're going to have the gameplay. If instead of having 2 players online, I wonder if they're going to have 4 players. That's what I would like to see. Because I've noticed Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising 3, I believe, had 2 players online, not 4. So if they push it to 4, I'll be happy, or maybe more, even happier. What else? I believe that is it. I mean, I don't remember all the games. There was another one. I think it was No, it wasn't Bloodborne. It was something to do with the you fight with your dragons and you can play with your friends with their dragons. So I can't remember the actual title, but that looks good, and I might give that a chance itself as well. Um, and that's about it. I mean, of course, we've heard about the announcement of the new consoles, the Xbox One S, which it looks a lot better. It does look really nice, but I've already got the Xbox One, and I don't really need the Xbox One S. I mean, yeah, fair dues to get an internal 1 GB hard drive, and the fact that it's so sleek and it's 40% smaller than the original, which works out a lot better. And I wish I freaking had that one instead of this one, the Xbox One chunk. Let's just call it chunk. Um, but it's, I don't really want to be wasting my money on an upgrade, considering it's kind of like it's kind of looking like an iPhone. I know it's not an iPhone itself, but you know, with the way iPhone sells this product to get your money. Anyway, iPhone, iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPhone 5, iPhone 5S. You get the picture. Um, Also, what else was it? The VR Xbox console. I can't really remember. Speculous, Speculous Summit. I can't really. I'm sorry, my mind is But I do remember seeing that, and I am very curious of how it's gonna look. We didn't see the actual look of the actual console yet, the newest one. I'm very curious of what it's gonna look like. But in my mind, there is certain games I absolutely love to see, which, however, there is one that has been made, and I'm not gonna say it just yet because that's gonna come later in this video. So, within the Xbox E3, let's go back to what we said, or what I've said, sorry. The first one, which was Battlefield 1. Second one, Forza Horizon 3. Dead Rising 4. Yes, Dead Rising 4, I had to check that. And Titanfall 2. And the Dragon and the Warrior. And of course, the Watch Dogs 2. Which wasn't announced on E3, I don't think. But I need to try find a gameplay before I decide. So that's 6 things that I'm really looking forward to getting, hopefully seeing. I'll see more Destiny with. Also, of course, the console of the um, VR, the VR console for the Xbox. So that's the Xbox E3 side, in my point of view. Let's go through to PlayStation. Now you see, in PlayStation, I'm not, like I said, I own an Xbox One. There are certain games I do enjoy on PlayStation, which just so happens it's going to be the first one I'm going to be seeing. First game on PlayStation that I'd be absolutely dying to play, which just so happens, like I say, I'm needing the console before anything else. God of War, of course, a brand spanking new God of War. I do like the idea of how Kratos is basically helping his son to become, well, anyway, basically becoming a man, helping him to survive and hunt, and basically helping him through his emotions. And I'm very, very curious of how much more that's going to be in the game. I did enjoy the fact that you still have the Kratos back on God of War 3 in that. Also the creatures, the big massive creatures that they are, mythic monsters, sorry. So that is the top one. I must admit, I am really looking forward to seeing more into, and possibly get a PS4 for it, possibly. Secondly, we have the return, yeah, the return of Crash Bandicoot Legendary. To me, is the legendary of the PlayStation. Um, I mean, I do know that the first 3 is going to be remade for the PlayStation 4. However, I do have the Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped on the PS3 and Crash Team Racing, and that's about it with Crash Bandicoot. But um, I do like the fact that they are bringing back their trademark. At first, though, I did remember seeing a trailer of Crash Bandicoot, but what kind of scared me was the fact that Crash Bandicoot had spoken, like properly spoken, which, in my point of view, I don't listen. I've never heard Crash like talk normally. Like maybe when he gets hurt on the game, going oh and ow and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that sounds a bit odd. But anyway, um, so yeah, Crash Bandicoot will be the second one that I do enjoy the look of. Um, that game, how was it? Deadly, Deadly Risen or something, which was with Norman Reedus, aka Walking Dead. That's it. Walking Dead. I'm just gonna say Walking Dead. I've not seen Walking Dead for a long time. I am up to date though, just in case. Of course, like I said, Norman Reedus. I can't really remember it, but you didn't really see much of a gameplay, just a teaser trailer. What else? What else? Um, what was it? Resident Evil 7. I'm not much of a horror gamer, but I have seen like other YouTubers playing, like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, and I did enjoy seeing it. But I'll probably hands up. I'm a bit too much of a wuss. I do have the evil within, and I like I say, I don't do horror films. It's just one of those. I'm not being a kid. I'm not being a girl. Not anything like that. It's just something that kind of just I don't understand this. But I think that was mainly it. Oh, and yes, not forgetting the PlayStation VR. And when I mentioned the VR for the Xbox, the one game that I really want to try and see how it will work is Batman, of course, Batman. Um, you see, if the PlayStation VR is going to be like a separate console, so I'm not having to need the PS4, I would definitely get it just to experience being Batman. Obviously, being in the cowl and that, because I can just imagine how it would feel like just being in the cowl of the Batman and looking around, looking your hands and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how it's gonna work because obviously you're gonna have a controller, aren't you? But in my room, I don't have that much space. I'm not gonna look around because it's a bit of a dip. But um, Batman is a definite game that I would definitely want to be trying VR. So I got really itchy eye. So that's actually generally the overall of E3s, to be honest. If you want to comment down below of what you thought about E3, hit down below, comment down below. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for a lot more content because it does really help me to push myself to help, you know, to improve for you guys to enjoy. And yeah, and I do really passionately want to try do this more as much as I can. Like I say, I do work full time. But anyway, enough rambling on. This was my E3 preview of my review, not my preview. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And like I always say, be yourself. Cheers.